have another really interesting story, and this was really came as news to me, but we have a student here today whose grandfather has been a very well-known veteran. And he's going to share a little bit with us. That would be Colton Elliott, sitting right here. Before he does his part, let me just give you a little bit of background about what he's going to be telling you about. This is his grandfather that we're talking about. And back in November 28th of 2011, the New York City Council proclaimed Newark as the first Purple Heart city in Ohio. That's Newark, our Newark, the first Purple Heart city in Ohio. Proclaiming itself a Purple Heart city, Newark pays special tribute to the brave servicemen and women who have either been killed or wounded in combat, and honors not only Ohio's Purple Heart recipients, but all veterans across the nation. Chapter commander is Russell Foyt, who is Colton's grandfather. It was the initiative of Foyt who talked to the mayor and asked Newark to join these cities across the United States to declare themselves a Purple Heart city. In honor of this occasion, the city flies the flag, the military order of the Purple Heart flag. The military Purple Heart of the USA was formed in 1932 for the protection and mutual interest of all combat wounded and active duty men and women who received that decoration. Chartered by Congress, its members were all wounded in combat. For this sacrifice, they are awarded the Purple Heart Medal. And I don't know if you ever noticed the cars around here. Have you ever seen the Purple Heart on the back of a license tag? Raise your hand if you've seen that, because I've seen quite a few of them. Okay. This promotes patriotism, preservation of the American military history, also helps with comfort and assistance to all veterans and their families, and provides assistance to the hospitalized veterans in the VA and in the state veterans' homes. Now, Russell Foyt, who is his grandfather, didn't live long enough to see Ohio become the first Purple Heart state, but his efforts helped push the bill to the governor, who signed it into law. John Kasich signed that bill 3 weeks after Foyt's death. The governor's action declares Ohio a Purple Heart state, the first in the nation with such a designation. Foyt, who served as a U.S. Army medic in Vietnam, successfully pushed for Newark to become the first Purple Heart city in Ohio, and Licking County to become the state's first Purple Heart county. So this is just an awesome thing, and it is Colton's grandfather that helped make this happen. So now Colton's written a little something that he wants to share with you about his grandfather.
My hero, Russell F. Foyt, a.k.a. my grandpa. He was in the Army as a medic. He served 12 years helping the wounded soldiers. He was a member of the Purple Heart. He was one that made New York the Purple Heart city. He was also the co-founder of the Purple Heart. They have his name on the Veterans Wall in Washington, D.C. My grandpa is my hero because he has helped a lot of men and women in the military and saved their lives. He passed away last year on November 30th, leaving loved ones behind him no one will ever forget.